Hello, my pretties. Welcome to episode 281 of Shadows and Pretties. Today we are going to be reviewing another Stephen King movie, and today we're going to be reviewing this one called Hearts in Atlantis. This movie is definitely one movie that I haven't remembered much from it, but it's a thriller mystery movie that came out in 2001, and some of you guys probably remember watching this. It's based on loosely from Stephen King's The Dark Tower were series in the title Low Men in Yellow Coats. So, anyways, the novel collection series in Heart that includes Hearts in Atlantis, which was another film that was made. So, anyway, with this film, I have no idea about what this film was until I watched it recently, but honestly, I kind of don't really remember watching too much of this. Honestly, when I was younger, I honestly think I saw it at one point, but I just couldn't remember. So this movie is definitely something that I have to really say. Basically, the plot of this movie, for those who have not seen this movie in a long time, and for those who have not seen it, and for those who want a refresher. Basically, this is about a middle aged photographer and businessman named Robert or Bobby Garfield. He returns to his old home upon learning that his best friend, decorated soldier John Sully Sullivan, has died in a tragic traffic accident and begins learning, but of course, recollecting his past when he visits an abandoned house where he used to live. So during the summer of the 1960s, an 11-year-old Bobby lives with his widowed mother, self centered Liz Garfield, who has two friends named Carol Gerber and Sully. And they experience many great things together. And the most mysterious thing, which was meeting an older gentleman named Ted Bargotan. Bargogan, I think that's how you pronounce it, which of course Liz takes it as a boarder. Ted takes the lonely Bobby be under his wing while his mother is busy with her job. Thus, the two form a father and son bond, and it slowly becomes evident as Ted becomes psychic and telekinesis powers, which are the reason why he has become to be a sleepy town. And of course, Ted explains that he's escaped from the grasp of the low men, strange people who would stop at nothing to get them back under their control. So after reading Bobby's mind and realizing that the boy's dreams are owning a bicycle, Ted kindly offers Bobby's $1 a week in exchange for reading a newspaper out loud. Bobby then quickly figures out that Ted has some other purpose in mind. Mysteriously, Ted asks Bobby to keep an eye on the neighborhood, looking for any signs of the low men. And the announcements of the missing pets, Bobby sees one, but does not tell Ted, afraid to lose his new friend. Bobby and Carol and John have frequent conflicts within the town's bully named Harry Dolan, who Ted scares away and is looking into the mind when he finds out that his violence is used to cover up his secret cross dressing. However, at one point Harry harasses the injured Carol when Ted manipulates her dislocated shoulder into place. As Liz arrives after being violated by her boss and mistakenly believed that Ted is, well, a predator, she is confronted by Ted's ability to tell her the truth of what she's been through and how her behavior is affecting her relationship with her son, providing each other reason that Ted must have. So Ted eventually captures with the help of the tip from Liz, and at some form of closure, Ted yells at Bobby that he is being driven down and wouldn't have missed it, not for all in the world. And meanwhile, Bobby mirrors the same feelings, but Bobby is later confronted by Harry. But Bobby gets grabbed by, well, the latter baseball and beats him with it, while Liz finds a new job in Boston and moves her family there. So before she leaves, Bobby and Carol say their goodbyes and share a final kiss. However, returning to the present, Bobby returns to leave his old home, where he meets a young girl named Molly. The two strike up a conversation where Molly reveals that she is Carol's daughter and that Carol died in the recent years. Bobby gives Molly a photograph of a young Carol. That's how the two became friends, and thus how the movie ends. Honestly, this was honestly a pretty good movie. I personally really thought it was really nice for what it is. Although I have not seen the movie in like a really long time, but it does have some pretty good acting, and I'm not gonna lie. So honestly, I have not seen this film in like a really long time, but it still has a really good meaning to this movie. I mean, with Stephen King movies, he writes a lot of dark stuff, and when it came to his movies, I mean, this movie, even though it came out in 2001, I kind of feel like it's from like this movie would be made in the 90s. I mean, well, maybe it could have been shot in the 90s, but give it like a feel or something. But like I said, this is still a pretty good movie. I mean, the acting is good, the the actors did a great job, the scenery was good, and there was great shots of where the film was shot. So, I really got to say, I personally really thought it was enjoyable and well made in detail. So, anyways, I guess with that being the said and that being the case, I'm going to sit here and say right now that if you are a fan of Stephen King, then I highly recommend you check out this movie. And honestly, this is definitely one of the films that I don't remember seeing back in the time when I was watching Stephen King. Well, maybe I probably did once or twice, but probably just forgot about it. Like for the longest time. I mean, I almost forgot this movie never existed exist. I almost forgot that it existed or something. Honestly, this was a good film, although I have not watched it in a really long time. But all I can say right now is that it's a great movie. It's got really good actors, and they did a pretty good job. I personally thought it was a really nice story. However, though, it had mixed reviews on Rotten Tomatoes online, with the approval rating of 49% based on reviews. But of course, I guess some people really didn't care for this film too much, but it was still a pretty good movie, and I personally really thought it was enjoyable for what this film is. So, honestly, if you like Stephen King and you like these kind of movies, then I highly suggest you check out Hearts of Atlantis. Like, I recommend it, not suggest it. But you get what I mean. For anybody who is like a Stephen King fan like myself. So anyways, yeah, I have not remembered this movie in a while, but I recently just watched it again for the first time in a long time because I have not watched this film in years. It's still a pretty good movie, especially for something that came out in 2001. I felt that this movie would have came out maybe in the 1990s, like mid 90s or late 90s, but this one was still just as good as it was, even if it was only released in 2001. But anyway, with that being the case and that being said, this is just simply my own personal opinion on this movie, and if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these movies. This is just simply my own personal thoughts. If you don't like this movie, I completely respect your opinion if you don't like this movie. Because I respect your opinion if you don't like it. If you like it, that's cool. If you don't like it, that's fine too. So, anyways, if I'm missing anything, please let me know what it is in the comments below if I am missing anything. I don't think I am because I think I covered most of it. So, if I'm missing something, please let me know. Anyways, with that being said and that being the case, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this story a lot better or movie a lot better? Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications when I upload so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, if you want to go check out my DeviantArt page, link to that will also be in the About page section down below, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. Also, check out my Twitter, which link to that will also be in the About page section along with my DeviantArt. So then that way you guys will not miss an upload and stuff. So I can definitely say right now that this story is pretty good. So if you guys want to check out my backup channel known as Miss Darkshigo, link to that will also be in the About page section down below. So that way you guys will not miss an upload. So yeah, I guess with that being the case and that being said, yeah, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, I'll see you all next time.